Greetings, everybody. This is Zachary King from the Future is Female podcast, and I'm sitting here with the beautiful Shina. Shina, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Good. She a little nervous, y'all.
I'm nervous, but I'm gonna get over it. I'm nervous.
She be okay. She have nothing to be nervous about. Shina, please tell the listener audience a little bit about you and what you offer the world.
Well, my name is Shina. I'm a candle maker. So I make all natural candles. So I'm trying to bring in alternative to the candle community, to the candle lovers, to the aromatherapists. The candles are handmade and all natural. So they're chemical free, no added chemicals. So we're trying to do a natural way.
Okay.
To the home decor.
No, that's really good, because one of the things I know when we burn candles, we take for granted that there are actual chemicals that get burnt in there, and they get burnt and they get put into the atmosphere, and we breathe those chemicals in. So for someone to take to rethink the candle is really good of you. I appreciate that.
Right.
Let me ask, how did you get started? Like, what was it that you said, you know what, because it's so oftentimes, especially for us as Black people, to keep going into the same lanes. Like I see us doing like hair, clothing, music. You don't really hear candles too much.
To be honest, I'm not much of a hair. I mean, of course, my hair stay done.
Right.
But I'm not much of a hair person.
Okay.
I don't do hair.
Okay.
So that would never be my lane. But I just wanted to do something different. I always make candles. I always like candles. I am a girly girl. And I like scented stuff. So why not create my own scent, So that's kind of how that started.
Gotcha.
My hobby became a business.
Got you.
And that's my story.
So how long you been doing it for?
I've been doing candles for a long time, maybe 10 years, but business-wise, 5 years.
Oh, wow. So how has this been like what has the transition been like for you stepping away from being a hobby into an actual business?
It's been fun.
Okay.
We'll say it's been fun. It has its ups and downs. The good thing is I have a day job, so I'm a manager at my day job. Okay. So I'm kind of used to running stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I'm kind of used to the behind the scenes too, as far as like the paperwork and ordering and that type stuff. Okay. But now I'm like the face of the brand. And being in front of the camera is not my thing. Right. But I'm coming out my shell. It's my brand. I'm going to promote it. Right. Absolutely. Yeah, so that's my main thing. It's just promoting the brand.
No, absolutely. You make a valid point. One of the things that I also talk about a lot on this platform is stepping away from romanticizing the entrepreneurship journey. I feel like a lot of times we hear, oh my God, be your own boss. You don't gotta worry about nobody else. You can tell whoever to kiss your butt. No, it's not like that. And you have a job. So let me ask this first and foremost. Why did you decide to still maintain your job working as an entrepreneur?
Okay, so my job, I am the boss.
Okay.
Like already at my job. So being my own boss wasn't really like the goal because I'm kind of not my own boss, but I'm kind of a boss already. Okay. So the entrepreneur, it do give me a little leeway because I get to move how I want to move. But I never did it just to be a boss. So it was kind of, I just want to do candles. Right. And I think that's what it is with running a business. If you take that idea of, I don't want to listen to anybody, I just want to be a boss because I want to do my own thing. Right. Which is great. But I think you got to be more passionate about what you're doing in order for it to succeed. Got you. So I always was already making candles, so I just wanted to be able to make candles more often. Right. And I think that's really why I started my own business, along with other reasons. But
that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
It wasn't just to be my own boss, because actually at work I really don't like being a boss.
No. Right.
It's not as fun as you look being a manager, telling people what to do and docking pay and marking people late. It's not, I don't like to be a stickler.
Right.
So it's not fun to me.
Right.
I like to get along with my employees. So that's kind of my part in the management thing.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense. And it makes a lot of sense in terms of it's not like you just have a real passion to do what you do and to love what you're doing, not just to give yourself a status or a title.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. How has having a regular job helped at your business? Like, in terms of having like solid pay, knowing when you got pay coming in. That's one for me. I think one of the reasons why I created this platform for women entrepreneurs and very hands-on with the women that are in my networking group and so forth and so on is because I believe that the reason why a lot of us don't succeed as entrepreneurs is because we're stuck in survival mode. It's like, oh my God, I just came out with this. I'm just going to use you as an example. I just came out with this new candle. And if this thing don't sell, I'm done. And it's like, how can you grow? How can you think of, different ways to promote and different ways of, to grow your business when you're stuck underneath this mindset? So that was one of the things, but you explain it. I'm sorry.
The good thing about my job, again, because I'm a manager, I have a little leeway.
Okay.
I get to, if I need to send an email about my candle business, I can take the time at work to do that. Hopefully my job don't get mad about that. But
right.
it's a little leeway. So my job do come in a way a little bit.
Right.
It takes time away from Leoscents. But at the same time, it does support the business. The steady income does help the business. If I'm ever... Like the summer months are not the holidays and Mother's Day and Valentine's Day are my days or my months. Like that's when I'm up.
Right.
But the summer I can be down. So when I'm down, me having a job is like really good.
Okay.
Because the money is still there.
Got you. Now, when it came to you actually getting your business, like when you did the LLC and you have a website, and even get into the place to host, to have your candles and stuff like that. Was that grant money or was you out of pocket for that?
So the funny thing is Leoscents has recently got a grant.
Okay.
But all of that was from the muscle. The grant came about 2 months ago.
Right.
Which it has been helping.
Right.
I'm actually looking for a bigger store maybe because of that.
Right.
But everything came from the muscle. I wasn't always getting paid from the business. Like I'm getting paid now.
Right.
But for the first 3 years, I was not getting paid from the business.
You've been
like
doing
at
it for
all.
5.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 5
years.
Me and my sister, to be honest, it's
Shout
not
out
just
to
me.
your sister.
It's 2 CEOs of this business. My sister couldn't be here today, but it is 2 of us, and we just now started to see like benefits in the last 2 years. So yeah, it's a struggle, and you gotta stay in the mud, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it at the end. If you really want it, it's worth it at the end.
I would agree. And if anyone out here who has a small business and they're at that space where it's like, I don't know, I'm steady running, but I feel like I ain't going nowhere. Just listen to what she said. She's been in the business for 5 years, and she's just starting to get paid. She just had a grant 2-3 months ago that opened up a lot more doors, but she just starting to get to be solid. And had she not had a job, ain't no telling, it might have went under. Again, I'm not encouraging everybody to get jobs. I'm just want everyone to understand that.
No, I mean, I plan on quitting my job one day. Like, that's the goal.
For sure. Absolutely.
Hopefully in the next year or 2, God willing. I plan on quitting the job. For now, it's keeping me afloat during the down times. But if Leoscents keep growing, guys, help me grow.
Help her grow.
Help me grow. But as long as Leoscents keep growing, I project me quitting my job in 2-3 years, fingers crossed.
Right. No,
Maybe
for
less.
sure. For sure.
Maybe less, but yeah, that's the goal. Like, I don't plan on doing this and keep working. I want to become a full-time entrepreneur.
Who buy candles? Is it men? Is it women? Like, who is
so
like...
I try to keep my business very diverse.
Okay.
So I have no particular, of course I have my set people, candle lovers, but I have no particular group. I sell to men, women, all races.
For those who don't know, the candle that is on the table right there, that is actually my candle. That is my real candle. I got this from her right here. I love it. It's a masculine scent to it. You know, I was
Yes.
I didn't
Actually,
want to get
this
nothing.
is the signature scent.
That's a signature
This
scent.
the signature scent is called Leo.
Leo.
We call Leoscents, and this candle is called Leo. So it's a neutral, good for men or women.
Right. Everybody everyone who came in here, I have two of them. Okay, you guys. Full disclosure, I have two candle makers in my networking group. I have Leoscents and I got Sister Scents.
Shout out to Sister Scents.
Shout out to Sister Scents as well. And both of these two ladies' candles are amazing. You know, that one right there is more of a masculine smell to it. And the one I got from Sister Scents is a little bit more on a, I guess you could say feminine. You know, it's a little bit more fruity, but both of them is great. And the women that come in here, I think I had 15 women come in, and each of the women, they all say, you know, oh man, tell me about this candle. I got to get one. So they really do. That right there, that candle has been a blessing. Because it has helped them feel really comfortable when they sit right there.
Thank you.
So for sure.
I try to be very diverse with the scents. Masculine, feminine, fruity, musky.
Right.
Yeah, because you never know. Like, everybody don't want fruity.
I'm a spicy
or
kind of guy.
dessert. Or, I got a couple spicy.
I'm
everybody don't like the flowers.
Right. So let's go into a little bit about your background. Give a little bit about you. How did you how did you grow up? You know, where you from exactly? You know, let's go into, dig into your background.
Okay.
So let's start off. What part of Philly are you from anyway?
I'm from North Philly.
North. Shout out to North.
In the house. Y'all already know.
Not North.
You
North.
already know.
Shout
North.
out. Yeah, North.
You already know.
Cool. How was it growing up in North Philly?
Fun.
Okay. It was fun?
Never a dull moment.
That's a fact.
North Philly is fun. So, we outside on the block.
Okay. No,
outside
for sure.
all day. This before social media,
right?
Facebook, Instagram. This before all that. You had no choice but to be outside. So we were outside all day, all night.
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like the values you picked up from North Philly? Because let me just put this out here for those who don't know. You got to be tough to grow up in North. And then you can't be soft.
Yeah, you
can't be soft. You can't be soft to grow up in Philly at all. But
you can't be soft.
It's especially
if
real
you
in
soft,
North Philly. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be tough for you.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time here in the city.
It's going to be tough for you.
So how does that toughness translate to, because if you look at her, she is every bit of 5 foot nothing, small frame.
Well, they say it be the little ones.
They do.
They say it be the little ones.
She does not have pushover energy. She does not have pushover energy. So how does that, you being from North, translate for you handling your business?
I think it make me more relatable.
Okay.
More people person. North Philly keep it real. So even with my business, I still try to keep it real. Like, my prices are very reasonable.
Okay.
I try not to sell something at a price that I wouldn't pay for.
Okay.
Like, if I'm not paying $30 for a candle, I try not to sell my candle. I'm not going to sell it for it because I wouldn't pay it.
Right.
So why would I even charge that? So I just like the North Philly goes, like, we just keep it real.
Right.
And we try to keep it what we would want to do.
No, I totally
like
agree.
What we would want to pay.
I totally agree. What are some of the other things you might have went through in North Philly that you feel like it translates now into your business? Like, like I give you an example. For me, back when my days of, hustling and trying to find my way to it, I realized that, understanding supply and demand, I understood how I have to come off a steady, solid, product each and every time. So with that being said, how did your days of, growing up in North Philly, and how does that translate to, like how you handle your business, even if depending on how you deal with your customers and stuff like that?
Right. Like, again, I'm a manager. So I think the North Philly already come into that. I'm very cool with my employees, but for the most part, they also know that Shina not the one.
Okay.
So I think I'm just like stern,
Right.
and very like to the point, very exact. I try to just keep it real. Like if this what I want, this what I say.
Right.
And I'm just very outspoken.
Right.
I think North Philly is very that too. We're very outspoken.
No, I
we
agree.
say how we feel,
Right.
and we really don't hesitate. And I think that kind of goes into the business.
Right.
But I also think those kind of boss moves as well, because you have to speak up to be a boss. You have to, and I'm coming out my shell just doing this whole podcast interview. I'm not much of a, but you have to speak up with your business. You have to promote it. You have to talk about it. You got to be the face. You got to be the brand, especially when you're a small business. It's just me.
Right.
Well, me and my sister. So we are the face.
Right.
So I think that North Philly kind of come into it. Like, I'm nervous right now.
Right.
But the gangster keeping me afloat. If that makes sense. Because we going to get through this. And Shina going to handle it. So...
For sure.
Yeah, that's the North Philly.
I understand. And again, you don't got to be nervous, because this is not a platform. See, this platform right here is meant to celebrate our Black women. Okay.
Right. That's what I love about it.
I appreciate that. You know, because I don't take that. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. And the reason why I say that is not because our women are not worthy to be celebrated. It's just because you have to. It's easy to look at the fact of seeing somebody twerking online and getting 30,000 views, and you talking about somebody's childhood trauma, and you're getting 30. You know, and it's like inside you're like, look, I got bills to pay. I could go ahead and switch the focus of this. So for when people do recognize, like, listen, I appreciate you giving this platform. It means a lot. You know, like it means a lot, because you don't get the accolades from the other things. You don't get.
You don't
that,
ever see this type of. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to find. You'll see it. But it's like specks. It's diamonds. They here and there. For the most part, everybody twerking or doing the latest dance trend, which is great because I watch them too. I watch the dance trends. But it's nice to see a podcast where we're not just talking about men and women or just the twerking. It's to talk about growing.
I wanted to wear, my daughter's 14, so I want her to be able to look at this and be able to say, not only do I feel inspired, but I feel directed. Like I could learn how to do, like, I may not have ever thought about doing a candle business before, but after our interview, it's like, I could do that. You know, I could do that. There's so many ways. And that's the reason why, like, again, I'm not knocking anybody who has the thing where they be like, I want to come out with my own music label. I want to come out with my own clothing line.
Oh, no, because that's lit.
But, no, it is. I just want us to be where we know that we can do we can do more.
I can't rap.
I just can't rap. Okay.
I'm going to be out there, but I can't rap.
Right. You know, I just want us to be in a position where we know we have other options.
Other options, yes.
You know, we don't
and if
necessarily
you can't
have
rap,
to go
you don't
there.
have to. Like me, I can't rap.
Right.
Okay, but you can take your passion and turn it into what you want to do. So if you're a writer and you don't want to be in the camera, but you can write the lyrics, that's what ghostwriters is for. Like, it's other lanes to do. Even if you a bookworm and you into computers, do computers.
No,
like,
I agree.
These kids into these games so much. Create games, make the games.
No, and
you
that's
can
a
make
fact.
games. You
That's
can
a
be the
fact.
game tester.
Right.
You can make these new games. Make a new Mario.
Right. No, seriously.
And call it whatever. Like, you can be into whatever you want to be into.
Right.
It don't have to be, I guess, what's trending.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. But it also starts with empowerment. It starts with us empowering these kids and showing them different. Because I was one of the kids. I was one of the kids growing up where when I would see the gangsters on the movies and see the gangsters and on the rap music and believe that, because that's all I seen. I know everybody else love to argue with me. Say, I could watch that stuff and it don't get in my spirit. Okay, all right, well, whatever. But
that's
for
you.
me, it got in my spirit.
Right, because everybody different.
So I needed to see good examples of Black men. I needed to see a man loving on his woman. I needed to see a man being good to his father. Actually, it's crazy because when I looked at my father, one of my first examples of just like people who plays into my mind is Nas and his daughter. And I just remember like, yo, when I have my little girl, I'm going the same way. Yeah, I'm a Nas fan.
Yes.
I'm a Nas fan. I'm a Nas, J. Cole fan. Like they're like two of my favorites. I'm really a Biggie fan too, though.
Okay.
You know, but shout out to the Philly artists too. We got a lot of them here in the city.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a Meek fan.
Yeah, we ride for Meek.
Love my Philly. Yes.
Right, we ride for the
Hands
city
down.
in here. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy because I just seen Beanie Siegel down South Philly. And I'm still like one of them people like, oh my God. You know, like I just love
Freeway,
free
all
state property.
yes,
Give it up to the brothers right there.
Big ups to Philly.
And that's another thing too I want us to change in a culture as well, because I want us to be like the way that they are celebrating in other cities. Yeah,
It's
for
probably
sure.
Younger Philly rappers.
Right.
Uzi,
right.
all of them. So
right. No, I've been lucky enough. But I met Uzi a couple of times, and he's actually a pretty cool dude. Like he's actually pretty cool. Style wise, not for me. You know what I'm saying? Not for me.
He lit. My son, they all doing the
little dances or like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on a hell of a run though. He's on a hell of a run. He represent. You know what I'm saying? He represent. Is that the kind of music you listen to, and just like regular? Like what do you listen to?
Versatile.
Because you got the candles, right? What do you listen to when it's time for you to detox?
I'm so versatile. I will turn on. Of course, I do rap.
Okay.
R&B, but I also can do pop music. Like I'll do Britney Spears or Billie Eilish. I'll do all types of stuff. But always when I'm zoning out, it's going to be R&B probably. Okay. It's definitely going to be slow music.
Gotcha.
The rap music come into play if I'm just drinking and I'm about to go out or something like that. Like I'm about to get lit. Then I'm turning on the rap music because I'm about to be lit. But if I'm trying to chill, it's definitely R&B.
Got you.
Definitely some R&B.
Switching gears a little bit, because we could go down to music. I love music, so we could go down the music rabbit hole. But I want to talk a little bit more about your business and you. And I wanted to know, how did you find your sense of self-worth and self-confidence?
I think I'm still working on the confidence part. Okay. To be honest, self-worth been there. I kind of know my worth, but the confidence part, I'm kind of working on that. That's a work in progress.
What are you doing to work on it?
Stuff like this.
Okay. No.
This builds my confidence. Doing podcasts, live Instagrams, because I never go live. Right. I just trying to do more reels. Me being in front of the camera is really building my confidence, because that's like kind of, where I'm kind of shaky at.
Got you. So what you knowing your self-worth, so you like, I'm worth this right here, but I guess the confidence will come from demanding that. Is that how would you explain it?
I guess it would come from, I know my self-worth, but I need to stand on it when the camera's on me. Like if these cameras was off, I'd be a totally different person. Right. They don't know the real Shina. I'm a totally different person when this camera is off of me, but when this camera on me, I kind of like
freeze up a little bit. Yeah. Right. No, I could get it.
So I kind of think that kind of drops my confidence a little bit. But
got you.
Yeah. So
got you.
I need to do more of these.
Right. Well, I have a platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to put my black women in a position to where for them to win. So anytime you want to get on the platform, you're more than welcome to.
Thank you.
Also, let's talk about those who come behind us. Okay, the little girl who was from North Philly, and for those who don't know, North Philly is really rough. I mean, all parts of Philly got this stuff with them.
North Philly is really rough. North
Philly got some stuff with it. Yeah. And it's not always promised to get out of North Philly. You know what I'm saying? North Philly is a very violent place. You know what I'm saying?
But it has its...
Oh, no. Philly, listen. Philly, it's like Philly, Baltimore, New Orleans, St. Louis. They're kind of like all them cities that's like deep, rich in culture. And rich in like food and a lot of different arts, but they got a really dark side to it.
Yeah, so see, that's the thing.
Not everybody
with
make it out. No, not everybody make it out of this circumstance. We briefly touched on it. I don't want you to go too far into detail, but you was touched by violence as well.
Yes.
You lost your brother to violence, correct?
Yes, I did. I lost my brother 5 years ago. Too violent, yes.
So it's not guaranteed to be where we sitting right now.
No, it's not. He was very young. He was 29 when it happened.
Okay. Wow.
So yeah,
Just
a whole life.
He did just his whole life.
Yes.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, and that's a part of this thing right here where there's another reason why we need to be conscious about leaving the success crumbs behind, because we got to be able to pull people who look like us, to a greater stage in life.
Yes.
And we got an opportunity for them to curve some of the bad things, because we know it's out there waiting for them. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but if we don't do anything as a community, if we get paid and we roll up the drawbridge, mm-hmm. they can't come behind us. They can't.
No.
They can, but it's going to just take them a little bit longer. I would like to believe that for the little boy, for the little girl, for the woman, for the young woman that was watching this, she now have an idea about how to get into the candle business. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said too, let's talk a little bit about how did you navigate your way through the violence and through some of the setbacks, but also too, let's talk about how do you actually go about, not necessarily producing candles, but what's your thinking that comes behind it and how you go about that as well.
Okay. So just to trickle back a little bit.
Right.
Leoscents is dedicated to my brother.
Okay.
So they called him Leo,
mm-hmm.
and he was a Leo. His birthday, August 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how the business started. I was in a really, really dark place when it happened. Like, really. Mm. To be honest. And I think me doing the candles was like a distraction.
It's almost like an honor to him too. Yeah,
he would want this. He was very, I'm not going to say look at me, but he was very, I'm that bull type. Gotcha. So, yeah, he would want a whole business named after him for sure. Okay. For sure. So, yeah, he would love that. So the funny thing about me naming this business after him is a couple of weeks before the tragedy happened, we were talking about starting a business, mm-hmm. not so much a candle business. It was actually going to be like a cleaning business. Okay. So after it happened and I got my head out the clouds a little bit, I'm like, let me just start making candles. And then I'm like, maybe I should start a business and I can name it after my brother. And mm-hmm. then it just started taking off and everybody really, really, really supported it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's making money. Mm-hmm. Right. So I'm like, so that's kind of how that happened. So it just kind of took its own life. I
love the fact that you turned your misery into a ministry.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you did that.
Thank you. I think I kind of I don't know if God told me to or what, but I kind of had to. Okay. Yeah, because it was like really bad. Like if I didn't find a way to find something to do,
you would have.
I would have been in a cocoon.
Right.
Yeah, it was bad.
Right. How old was you when it happened?
5 years ago, I was 34.
So that was your younger brother.
It was my younger brother. He was 29. I was 34, 33. Man.
That had to be rough right there.
Yeah. And my only brother.
And your only brother.
My only brother, yeah. It's 4 of us.
Right. So it was all girls and he was the only boy.
And one boy. Yeah.
So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, life be life and child.
Life be life. Life be life.
Always something.
Life be life. I will say, just going from what you're saying, it's like he would really be proud of you though. So he would really be proud of what you got going on. And it sounds just like you're really holding your brother down. This is really
sorry,
really
I think
touching.
I might be.
No. I'm sorry.
My makeup right now?
No, it's sad because usually I would keep tissue. I would keep some tissue right there too, and that was my fault.
No, we're supposed to be real.
No, it is. It's a very transparent place, mm-hmm. and it's a place where you can be vulnerable. But
and it's funny because this is probably maybe my second time talking about it fully. I really don't even.
Just bury it.
I just zone out. I don't even deal with it.
Right. True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I might have
can
to
imagine.
take a break. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. All right, so we were talking a little bit about your brother, and I know you got really emotional. For those who don't know, we had to take a few minute break because again, this is still this is real people right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, oftentimes when we talk all this stuff about here, the violence on television, the violence on social media, the radio, we don't understand that it affects real people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's affect real people. It has a true effect on people. People have to live in that. A lot of them artists, and I know diss to the artists, but a lot of them artists is A, not living that, B, did not come from that, and C, will never go to that. Whereas on us, we are truly people who are going through that. So again, so this is it's a blessing to have you to be so vulnerable, especially in this type of setting. You know.
Yeah, it took me a minute to I think get to this point because I would never really discuss it. So I'm here. I'm just trying to be an open book. Like, you know, life be lifing. What happened to me can happen to anybody. Right. You know, so that's how I started my business. I can't not talk about how I started my business.
Right.
And this is why. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of like the blessing out of a curse. You know what I'm saying? Something bad happened, but he has a whole business in his name, and it's a family business because, you know, my sister, my mom helps. Hopefully my son to take over. I know it's candles, but right. I plan for my son to take over the business. So, you know, something positive did come out of a really tragic situation.
How was your mom handling everything?
Honestly, better than me.
Okay. Okay.
Better than me. I mean, of course, she was broken, but she do better than me.
Sure.
She is way stronger than me.
Right.
Yeah.
What about that resilience that you admire of your mom?
Yeah, I don't know how she does it. Honestly, like I do not know how she do it. Big ups to her. Cause y'all would have had the 302 me. Like, what?
Right.
So yeah, she is handling like a trooper. Like a trooper.
Right. Shout out to you and shout out to your mom, especially, and for all the other moms who might be dealing with, you know, the passing of a son due to violence.
And again, it was my brother, so and y'all see how I am.
Right.
So to the moms, yes.
Right. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them, and that's something that I pray that our city, just speaking for our city, will get together, man. We'll find another way to handle our issues than to resort to violence, man, because it affects so many people. I think what it is too is mental health. People need therapy. We do. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff in our community that we really do need to talk about. And even if it's not like, even if it's minor, I think people need therapy. And I don't mean it like when you hear therapy, it sounds like a it's taboo. But no, I mean like somebody you can talk to that doesn't know you. Like if that makes sense. Like you don't even have to call it therapy. You need to talk to somebody that doesn't know you. Right. Have zero ties to you. Right. And can just be from the outside looking in. They'll give you the realest. I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree. They have no attachment to you. They're listening to your situation. I agree. And they telling you, you need to do this, you wrong for this, you right for that. I think everybody need that type person. So you can call it therapy, call it whatever you want to call it, but you need to talk to somebody that don't know you. I agree. Like literally you never met them. What would you say to a person? Like what would you tell a person right now? Like to say, hey, you need to go there and get yourself into therapy. You know, like what would be your message to that person? A lot of times when you tell people that, because I have said that to people, a lot of times they don't think they need therapy. And like I said, they think therapy doesn't mean you're crazy. Therapy doesn't mean something is wrong with you. Therapy just means you need to talk about a situation to get a better understanding, a clearer mind. Your way of thinking is not always the right way of thinking.
And I think if you understand that part, you can be more open to other opinions. But a lot of people think their way is the right way or my way or the highway.
Right.
Which is fine.
I think
that
a lot of
times people take the highway.
as a people. I think that that mindset. Yeah, I think that screwed us up as a culture. That thinking a lot of it's things that we did, especially one of the things that I'm big on is the understanding that in our Black community we have to reevaluate almost everything. You know, that a lot of us grew up in households where it was my way or the highway. And them kid, like you just said, them kids often chose the highway, which is not a physical highway, but the streets.
Right.
You know, and it was something of an issue that could have probably easily been resolved, but because I'm at a space in my home where I can't even talk about things that are bothering me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Fathers, apologize to your kids. Moms, apologize to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes big brothers apologize.
The new parents.
Okay. We are the generational curse breakers.
The new parents, us and younger.
Right.
Are, I'm not going to say doing better, but doing better in the communication with the kids. Back in the day, parents didn't communicate with the kids like, why? You a child. To them, like, communicate for what?
Absolutely.
Communicate for what? What I said, and that's just it. But today, we kind of listen to our child.
And that's why you have so many kids, especially women, who grew up in households where they was touched, where they was preyed upon, because they grew up in a space where they couldn't talk about what was happening to them. They couldn't talk about the man that used to follow them home every day. And because their body was being developed, they couldn't talk about that.
And as soon as you bring it up, girl, go sit down.
Right.
What you talking about? Ain't nobody touching you.
Right. Right. No, and so many of our women are like that, going through that trauma.
You really gotta pay attention because it be the smallest things. Like your child might come home. I have a son, he's 15. If my child ever came home and started acting different,
right.
Like he didn't come home and play his game all day like he always do. Like, boy, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Like it'd be little stuff like that. It'd be the slightest thing that'll let you know that something is wrong with your child. So the communication kind of has to be there,
right,
in order for you to see the problem.
Also, I think, you know, we as parents, we as a collective, we need to give our kids a safe space for them to vent and express themselves, no matter how that looks. You know,
True.
I have a friend of mine right now. She said that her son found a mouse and wanted to keep it. And she's like, I can't stand no damn mouse. She's like, I want to throw this mouse out so bad. But he want to keep it. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's like, let him be weird.
Yeah.
Let him be weird.
Let him be him.
Let him be him. If he has a nurturing, because
put it in some type tank that it can't get out. Because one thing for sure, I don't play about critters.
Right.
Like I don't play this thing, get out of this thing. I'm telling you, it's dead.
Right. That's what she said. She like, listen, I'm going to get the cat on it. She like, I got the cat.
But at the same time, you could be a veterinarian. So if you,
and that's the point we're making, right? Because I'm like, you could be looking at Dr. Doolittle.
You could be a veterinarian. I need him in some type case that he can't get out of.
Right. We have to be able to keep an open mind. We have to, right? We have to be able to start keeping them open minds.
You gotta find what they like and just
no matter how weird, no matter how you. I know. I'm like, and I'm telling. I'm like, I know you want him to like fix cars or something and do something really cool. But like you just said, he could be the veterinarian.
A veterinarian make more money.
He could be the veterinarian right now.
Yes, go do that.
You know, so yeah, I definitely, and our kids only feel that way when they feel they know they got a safe space.
Right.
And I know growing up for me, it was like, get your ass off of the video games. You can't be on the video games. But again, you can make a whole career.
He could be a game creator.
Right.
Again, don't let your kids be on games all day.
Right. It's a balance, you guys. Don't let the tablet raise your kids.
Really into games, there is programs and coding programs and stuff like that you can get your child into to get them to learn how to make games.
Thinking of which, do you bring your 15-year-old along with you, like, you know, just your candle making journey and stuff like that? He's not really into it.
Yeah, he's not really. I mean, he knows all about the business though. Okay, he's very about, Mom, you going to the candle store today? Right. Mom, you need me to help you with the candles? He like that, but he not really like, I want to get him into making them. Okay. And he don't really have the patience. I mean, he 15, he outside and, you know. Right. feeling himself right now, but
Right.
yeah, one day I want him to take over, but he does know the ins and outs of the business.
I was there say maybe he may not know how to make the candle, which is good that he do, but as long as he know them books, like
he
how
knows
to
the ins
manage
and outs.
the money for it.
Yeah, I brought him to the store a few times. I let him ring up customers. I let him help customers. They love, when he helping them and everything.
Right,
So I let him help the customers. But, he'll be over it in like after 3 customers, he's over it. He's ready to go.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So I'm hoping as he get older, he'll do more hands-on.
Switching gears a little bit to a woman that is interested, boy, woman. Again, I say women because this platform is in heavy in celebration of Black women.
Yes.
But I want it to be where anyone could come here and get a jewel.
Yes.
I want it to be where anyone, if you're smart enough to watch this channel, I want you to say, yo, man, I walked away and I got a tangible step. So if somebody was interested in trying to create a candle store or create their own candles, what would be some of the ways in which you think that they could go about it?
Definitely do your homework. I did. I mean, when I was making candy as a hobby, I didn't do as much homework because they was my candles.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm just making them for my house. But once I started the business, I really, really, really had to do my homework. Candles is not as easy as people think.
Right.
It's a lot of math involved.
Is it?
Yes. Your wicks and jars have to be a certain size and diameter. Like certain wicks go to certain size jars. It's a whole thing. So do your homework.
Right.
And also, you're going to mess up.
Okay.
You're going to mess up, okay? And that's okay. You're going to fail. So just know in your head that you're going to fail, but you're going to fix it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
My first couple candles, my family was buying them, okay? And they like, Shina, my candle not burning right. What's going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in the beginning, I had a little flukes and flumps and bumps in the way, but now, okay, my candles was in ShopRite.
Right.
My candles have been on Power 99.
Nice.
My candles have been sold to Country Cooking, Saudia.
Nice.
Jen Brown, the owner of ShopRite. They have been sold to, I can't think of his name, Philadelphia Eagles running back. He don't run no more though.
Duke
Staley.
Right.
He's brought candles from me. So just stick with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Over the years, now I perfected it. You know, it was shaky in the beginning because now I switched jars from what I was using for my own personal use to different jars, and it got a little shaky, and then I had to do the math, and once I perfected it, yeah, then it really, really, really took off.
No, that's dope right there. So where do you think this is going? Because candle industry is like $1 billion industry, right?
It's a big industry, but the competition
is real. Welcome to photography. Welcome to videography. Right.
But you know what? I don't really look at the competition.
Okay.
I just kind of like, do my own thing.
Okay.
And my people gonna come.
That's real.
That's in my mind. I just feel like my people gonna find me. My people gonna come. If they want to go to Bath and Body Works, cool. But the real know where to come.
Right. With that being said, let me put this out here too. For those who don't know, we have a female networking group it's called the Futures Female Networking
and I love
Group.
It.
Thank you. I appreciate
it's an
that.
Awesome group.
And we have another candlestick maker. I don't know if that's the right color. Can y'all call
candle maker? Candle
maker. Okay. And with these two ladies, initially I was like, Dad, I want to see. I don't want it to mess up we all sell the same thing.
Right.
And I was like, I don't want to mess up, just full transparency. I don't want to mess up the flow of the group. Like everybody is flowing and everything is good. But these two ladies have locked arms. They are willing to promote each other. They give shout outs to each other. And that's the way Black women and Black entrepreneurs as a whole need to do. We can learn a lot from these two women right here because they really go out here. They both serve, you can say we serve candles.
We both got candles.
But there's enough money for all of us. There's enough reason for collaboration. I always say collaboration over competition.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Let's come together. Now, Bath and Body Works, we on your ass, okay?
That's my only competition.
That's the only competition.
That's my only competition. I'm a Yankee.
Right.
But Yankee, no offense. I mean, their candles do not smell great to me, and they're very expensive.
Right.
Bath and Body Works candles do smell okay, but they hit or miss on the burn. A lot of people candles do not burn well, or they burn and they don't smell anything. So
my daughter went in to Bath and Body Works this weekend. She told me she went to Bath and Body Works this weekend.
Okay, if the candle don't work, boo, come to me.
No. What I told her was, I said,
go ahead.
You could buy whatever you want except candles, because she likes the little the soaps that smells good.
Yes.
So she loves that. She's a hand sanitizer person.
Shout out to Bath and Body Works. I do love y'all, but on the candle,
right.
I am on y'all back on that. Yeah,
I'm
on your heels on that.
But
the lotions, the sprays.
She loves that stuff. I told her, but I told her, I said, you could get anything you want from out of there.
And then if they was having a sale, like the 3 for whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
She gets the hand sanitizer. She loves hand sanitizer, the body sprays.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't understand why you don't like open up her own thing, I would love to. And that's another thing too. Are you open to mentorship?
So, not now. My sister said, because a lot of people ask me for advice, and like I said, I'm coming out my shell, trying to talk more. So my sister was like, "Oh, you should start doing the ebooks, and you should be doing classes, and you should be doing." I was like, maybe I should. But as far as like the children go, for sure, because I have a child, so why not help?
Right. No,
of course,
I agree.
because I just want them to see that it's more to life. Like, even if you don't go to college, which you should go to college, but if you don't, that don't mean you're not going to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still be your own boss. I started this business, no degree. I'm working a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't mean like you can't do it if you don't go to college. You can still do it. So it's options out there. Right.
Listen, for all the parents that are watching it, you just heard it you heard what she said. Please, we want to put all her contact information and the links below, but please reach out to her and follow up with her as well, because this is a woman, no diss to the Beyoncés of the world, but those people are very hard to touch. This woman is right here. She's in our community.
I am Beyonce of the world. What are you talking about?
Well, okay. You know what I'm saying? All right. Get it, girl. You know what I'm saying?
I'm joking. I told you I know my worth.
Right.
I told you.
Right.
It's just like I get the confidence up.
Right.
That's all.
No, that's cool. And that's something that I believe that other little girls probably will struggle with as well.
Right.
Just feeling that. So with them locking arms with you, learning more about what you do, and again, they don't necessarily have to fall in the steps of candles.
Right. They can just want to own a store, or see how a store run, or see how you got a LLC or trademark or whatever. Now,
in terms of video wise, I will encourage you to start creating more content. More people would like to see not just the behind the scenes, but but the ebooks and the lives and things like that. I'll be happy to work with you and be happy for us to go put some video content down here, because you do need that as well.
Right.
It's about having enough content where people could binge watch. Because even for me, like, I'm just now getting on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon. And it's like, okay, the one episode I put is not enough. I need 10, and I have 10.
Yeah.
I have, actually, this is our 25th, 26th episode. So that's 26 women that have got on this platform. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, you got a whole little list
going. It's amazing. But people want to binge watch that. They don't want to watch just one episode. It's almost a turn off. It's like, could you imagine watching your favorite show? Like, I'm a Walking Dead type person. I like The Walking Dead. So could you imagine watching The Walking Dead and be like, damn, that's it?
Yeah.
You know how frustrating that is?
After 2 episodes, like, oh my God, what happens next?
Right, what happened? So for those, now again, maybe in the beginning of the show they didn't necessarily have it, but for those who already heard about it at the water cooler and people talking about it, they want to binge watch that on a Saturday. That's actually how people save money. They're like, listen, it's easier for me to get Netflix and me and my boo thing, whatever that is, and go watch
That's how you
this
get your views up.
Right.
Views and the more videos you got, the more views and likes. And
so I will encourage you to do that as well. With that being said, I'm going to let you leave your contact information for people to get in contact with you. Also, for those, I'm not sure we should have asked this question. That's my fault. But if you could tap on that too, where you plan on going, and with that being said, put that pitch out there for those. So if you say my thing is to franchise, anyone that's looking to get into a candle making franchise, please give me a call.
I do wholesale.
Okay.
So if you do want to start a candle business, I wholesale. So we would make the candles for you with no label. There will be blank candles. So you can put your own label on there. But we would make the candles for you. So you wouldn't have to do that part. And we would sell it to you in bulk. So you would buy them by the case, pick your scents, and we'll sell you the candles, and you put your label on them, and you can resell them for whatever much you want. Wholesale is also half price because you buying it by the case.
By the bulk, right.
Yeah, so wholesale, even if you don't want to start a candle business and you're a candle lover and need to want a case of candles,
right?
Because you got your
the holidays are coming, y'all. They're good. They're good.
So yeah, you can just
gifts.
wholesale by the case, and it'll be actually half off than what you would buy single.
Right.
By each candle, yeah.
Right. Yeah. For anybody, listen. The holidays, we are in September. Holidays, we're here in 3 months. This would be a good way to do it, because a candle, the one thing I like about the candles, they hold a little bit of weight to it. They got a really good size.
And they burn
so when you're
really
giving
slow.
somebody a candle, it just feels good.
Yeah.
It just, you know what I'm saying? Like I always give away candles, and I never had somebody look at me like, oh, a candle.
It's the gift you give to somebody who you don't know what to buy for.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, they got everything.
Right.
You don't know what to buy for them, but who doesn't like a candle?
Right.
Man or woman?
No,
because if you find a really good male scent,
right,
he will burn that candle.
Right. I tell you, I got the one sitting right there, and I joke, but we need a little bit of masculinity in this room with know. And
again, it's after my brother Leo,
really,
so I had to keep it a little masculine. Yes.
So yeah, I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
Also, one more thing, with the holidays coming, we do party favors. So I do mini candles, which I also sell in bulk. So if you ever need having a party, Christmas party, Friendsgiving, all that good stuff, we have the mini candle party favors that you can order 10 or more for your friends or family.
Nice. With that being said, please leave the people with your information, how they can find you.
Yes, of course. Thank you guys so much. I think I did good.
Yeah, no, leave the people with your information.
Oh, okay. So my information is, again, my name is Shina. My Instagram is Leoscents. So it's Leosscents. Instagram, Facebook is also Leoscents. It's Leos.scents. Website, leoscents.com. So in the store, okay, Philadelphia, stand up. The store is at 1411 Dickinson Street.
South Philly.
Open every weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So stop and see me. Tell me you saw the video. Right. Tell me you liked the video. And then also, too, if anybody's seeing this, and we're going to start this as well, but if anyone have a question that they would like to ask her, just get in contact with us, the show info. And then we'll go ahead and we'll make it happen, and we'll get her on video again, and we'll go ahead and go answer that. I'm open to all questions, so please let me know. Shina, thank you so very much for your time, your effort, Zach. Your energy. I appreciate your perspective. I appreciate your vulnerability. With that being said, this is the Future is Female podcast. I'm Zachary King, and I'm out.